Hey, what's up everybody? Hopefully you guys can hear me. I got my mic going. Let's go ahead and switch it over to me. So right here I got the mic. I'm over here at Indian Motorcycle Tucson and their demo event. Sorry if my hands are a little shaky. I just had an energy drink and I haven't eaten anything at all today. Let me know, write a comment if you can hear me pretty well. So I'm going to be trying to keep it into this forward camera mode. I won't be riding today. Sorry for the lack of... Sorry, it's actually kind of loud. I didn't realize with all this traffic, so hopefully you guys can hear me. Hey, what's up? Hey, type if you can hear me pretty well. I'm trying out the new mic that I got. Thank you, Aaron, for donating once again. There's some money with the super chat down below, and got myself a new mic. So basically here is the Indian Motorcycle Tucson demo event. There's a bunch of good bikes, a bunch of really badass bikes. And the reason why I won't be riding today is because, you know, to be honest, I gotta keep it safe. I gotta not get injured. I'm still going through the academy. That's the lack of videos. I just have no time. It's study, shine boots, laundry, eat, go to bed, wake up at like 4:30 in the morning. Sweet, yes, thank you that you can hear me. 5 of you in here, awesome. Go ahead and hit that like button if you guys want to see some of these demo bikes going. I'm gonna try to keep live streaming until these guys leave, but basically they got some really nice bikes, and I don't know. That's the sad thing, is I don't know too much about these bikes. My buddy Matt knows a bunch about these bikes. Motos with Matt. There's gonna be a link in the description after this goes to the public and not live stream. It's gonna be on that playback. Give you guys a description. He did a ride review on this bike. Let me get closer. He did it on the Indian CC. I'm not very good at this. Let me. I have to read it. That's pretty bad. Hey, I'm audible. Thank you. He actually did a ride review, and he did a spec on the, there you go, Indian Chieftain Limited. And so if you guys want to check that out, I'll have a link in the description later. And he did it on this bike. He's shorter than me, and he's able to ride this thing like he's a badass. So if you guys are really short, this bike should not be a problem. I rode something just like it in 2015, no problems, but like I said, I don't want to get injured riding, you know, just that little chance that I could drop the bike. I don't want to have to deal with it, so that's kind of what I'm doing here. But right here is the Indian Scout 60. I didn't know what this bike was, so I walked up to it because I've never seen one in person, and it's the Scout 60, and it looks just like the Scout. This one obviously has the saddlebags. Yeah, I'm not riding with them. I just don't want to get injured. I wish I was, though. But this is going on tomorrow, so maybe I'll change my mind. But that's the Indian Scout with some ape hangers on it. You guys want to get a closer look, some floorboards. It's got a lot of cool things. And this guy's about to ride off on the Indian Chieftain. I believe that's the Elite. Indian Chieftain Elite. Yes, my buddy Matt also did a ride review and spec walk around on that. So if you guys want to check that out. Yeah, it's a tad heavier than my Sportster. I would not take one of these things off-road. Indians just look too pretty. They are doing an amazing job, but you know what? Indian and Harley are going head-to-head quite a bit during the flat track. If you guys want to check out some of those videos, and check out thunderpress.net. They have a lot of more information on that stuff. I haven't been keeping up in the past 3 weeks just because I've been busy with the academy, like I said. But yeah, Indian and Harley have been going crazy head-to-head. Indian with their own version. I believe it's not the Scout 60, but it's the Scout. They made a flat track Scout, and then Harley made a flat track, what is it? I can't even think right now. Street Rod, I believe, a version of the Street Rod. So yeah, there's some really cool bikes out here. Sorry if my voice sounds pretty crappy. I've been dealing with a lot of allergies up here, and then having to run and yell and do all that stuff, so I've been kind of been out of it. But yeah, I'm here at Indian Motorcycle Tucson. I'm gonna try to record as much as I can. Right now there's a pretty good turnout, but you know, it's noon on a Friday, so people are still at work. So I'm expecting a larger turnout tomorrow, Saturday. It's gonna be the same thing. I believe it's from 8 to 4 p.m. So if you guys are in Tucson, if you guys are wanting to check this out, all you have to do is sign a waiver and obviously have your own gear. Wear a helmet, gloves. I recommend absolutely everything. It's a little warm, so if you guys have summer gear and you're out here around noon, go ahead and wear that. But just be safe. There's a lot of traffic right now because it is lunch. But you know what, just come out here and ride whatever you want to ride. Especially if you get here early, you can probably get your chance to ride absolutely everything. And I think that'd be pretty cool. And then once you go inside Indian Motorcycle Tucson, the actual shop, there's good shots of the Slingshot. Actually, let's go ahead and go to the Slingshot. There's one right here. It's kind of where I started it. And let's go ahead and put it on face mode right here. Hey, there you guys go. Yeah, I'm not riding. I'm wearing like just gym clothes and everything. I'm not gonna ride today. It's kind of sad because I haven't rode in over 3 weeks since April 1st, and I'm getting a little antsy. But here's the Slingshot. Let's go and switch it over to forward mode. All right. Oh, pushed it too many times. There we go. So here's the Slingshot, the Polaris Slingshot. I've actually been seeing quite a bit of these around Tucson. I saw like maybe 1 or 2 in Yuma, but a lot of them in Tucson, and they're really loud. Like the speakers, I mean. Like I'd be pulling up to a stoplight and all of a sudden I hear somebody pull up with this, and then they're just blasting music and they're having a lot of fun. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know too much about this. Like I said, check out Motos with Matt. I will have a link in the description on the playback. I forgot to put it on here. I have to, copy and paste all that stuff. But he just started his channel. He is the sales manager here at Indian Motorcycle Tucson, and his channel is starting to blow up. And if you guys want to just look at it before I get that link down there, just Google Motos with Matt or YouTube Motos with Matt, M-O-T-O-S, and then space Matt, and you'll find him. He has 4 videos up right now, but he has a lot more coming, because look at all the stuff he has available to him when he's off duty, obviously, to go ahead and ride and look at. So, and he already knows everything. He knows all the specs. He knows everything about that. So with Indians, yeah, I see more in SC now too. Yeah, they are gaining popularity, a lot more popular, because from what I understand is that you don't need a motorcycle endorsement to ride one of those, and we're talking about the Slingshots here. You don't need a motorcycle endorsement, and they're easy. It's like riding a car or driving a car, but it's open air. It's got like a really powerful motor, and it's a lot of fun. It's really cool, something different. So if you want something different, you can check one of those out, and you're all good. But yeah, Motos with Matt. He just did the Indian Chieftain Elite and Indian Chieftain Limited, and he has 2 videos, one each for just a spec and walk around, about 3 to 4 minutes long, and then he's got some ride reviews of that. So he's out riding for about 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes on each of those bikes. And like I said, if he's pretty short, so I mean, if you're a short person and you're kind of intimidated by one of these big bikes, don't be. Just learn how to ride, and then you'll be able to handle this. So an MSF course, motorcycle safety course, will be highly recommended if you want to start riding. And then you can always upgrade to something big like this. It's a little intimidating, but you can get it done. This is actually the bike that I rode back in 2015. 2 years ago. It was in April 2015. It was the Indian Chieftain. I'm sorry about that. The Indian Chief Vintage. I rode this, and I'm short. I'm 5'6", 30-inch inseam, and I was able to reach the floorboards pretty well. And I'm not used to riding forward controls. I'm used to riding the mid controls of my Harley Sportster, but I was able to handle it pretty well. And the cool thing is that if you ride one of these and you get used to it, look how much room you have for a passenger. And you got plenty of room. You got some really neat, full leather saddle. I can't even talk right now. I'm sorry. Saddle bags, full leather. And with the Indians, I'm sorry, I'm like moving around. They have quick disconnects. I don't want to be messing around too much with this. Hey, what's up, Jorge? These are somewhat expensive, but you're getting a lot more than what you get with a Harley, to be quite honest. Like if I had to start over, and if Indian was as popular as it is now, back when I bought my Harley Sportster, I would have gotten the Scout over the Sportster. I'd have just learned how to ride forward controls instead of mid controls. So I'm like looking around with my head and not focusing on the camera. That's my bad. But yeah, there's some really neat bikes. Indian's really coming out, Polaris shut down Victory. That's something that's kind of a big thing, but it seems like they're putting a lot of their emphasis and time and effort into Indian, which is actually good. So these bikes will be probably absorbing a lot of the the Victory, I don't know how to say it, resources and all that stuff. So they're gonna be coming out with some really cool bikes. Hopefully they come out with an electric bike, because Victory had an electric bike, so that'd be kind of awesome. But like I said, my buddy Matt, he knows more about this stuff. He has more of the inside stuff. So if you guys want to check him out, go ahead and please go over there and hit like and subscribe. Just starting out his channel. And I'll be posting some videos after I'm done with this live stream. I'm gonna see if I keep going for another 5-10 minutes. I'm hoping for these guys to come back. It's about a 10-minute drive or 10-minute ride around the block and get on the interstate and opening up the throttle. That's kind of what they want you to do, is to kind of see what you're doing. But I want to go ahead and do some walkarounds of the Indian Chieftain Elite and Chieftain Limited. This is the Chieftain Limited right here. Limited, not unlimited. Chieftain Limited. And it's an awesome looking bike. So you got the ride now, or not right now, you got the ride command system going on here, and then a bunch of stuff. I mean, you're able to change, you know, your audio and everything like that. You got cruise control, a lot of cool things. Hopefully it's not a bad connection. It says poor connection on my phone, so hopefully you guys aren't getting such a grainy look. It looks awesome. Plan on doing a quick little walk around of these bikes and making a video, but like I said, I'm not gonna be riding them, so if you guys want to check out Motos with Matt, he did a full ride. He talks about this bike. He did pretty good for one of his very first moto vlogs. Very nice bikes. Michael here, I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the Limited since you actually talked about that real quick. I'm gonna get you a better look at the Limited. This one's for you. So let's go ahead and, so it's kind of a big fairing, but you know, within that fairing you got really bright lights, and it looks clean. I mean, you got all that. You got the turn signals up here, and then you got, you know, the windscreen right here, but then you got the ride command system right here. I think it's not on right now. Yeah, I should have ridden this, but you know what? Like I said, I don't want to take too much of a chance on without getting an injury, because you know, if I break my leg or drop one of these bikes, you know, this isn't like me working where I was, to where, you know, I had, you know, enough time for like being off the work because of my injury or whatever, if it happens. This one I just barely started, and I just don't want to take the chance. You know, real life comes before YouTube sometimes. But yeah, you got the tachometer right here onto the right, and then you got the speedometer right there with a bunch of stuff, and you got the key or the push button start right here, and you get a key fob so you don't have to put the key in. So there's just a bunch of stuff. Like I said, my buddy Matt went over this very well, very detailed, and like I said, I'll put a link in the description to his channel. You go and check him out. No problem, Michael, man, no problem. Yeah, this big, you know, I understand what you're talking about with the fenders. Let me scoot back. Those big front fenders on some of these Indians are kind of like, you know, for me, obnoxious, and this one is kind of cut down a little bit, and it's just, I don't know, to me it looks a little more clean. I agree with you. And if you guys don't understand what we're talking about here, is that this is the fender. I mean, it's a big fender, and this is what I believe the Indian Springfield. So this is usually what the fenders look like. Pretty big. It's got a little Indian right there. Native American. I don't know what the politically correct thing is nowadays. Sorry, excuse me. Indian Chief Vintage, like I said, I rode that in 2015. There's another Springfield, different color scheme, and then, you know, just overall different. The other one doesn't have the pillion pad on here. Got the windscreen on it. Indian Scout with some saddlebags and ape hangers. Here's the Scout 60 right here. It already has a, you know, 2-up seat right here. It looks pretty comfy. It looks a lot like my Mustang fastback seat. But you got the forward controls down here. Now, for me personally, like I said, I'm short and I can handle these forward controls. I just, you know, would prefer mid controls. But from what I understand, and what Matt was telling me, is that you can actually change and adjust these a little bit to where they're more mid. They're not full mid, but they're, you know, back a little bit more. So if you are a shorter rider and you don't like mid controls, that's something you can do and look into. So here's the Indian Scout with the floorboards, ape hangers, and some saddlebags. It's a solo seat going on right there. It's actually very comfy, and from what I remember riding back in 2015 when I rode the Scout and the Springfield, I'm sorry, not the Springfield, the Chief Vintage, is that the seat it like held me in. There's a lot of power, so like, you know, most motorcycles will want to, you know, come out from underneath you when you're riding and you kind of hit that throttle. It actually felt pretty comfortable, and I was able to stay connected to the bike. So that's something that's really cool, really interesting. This right here is more of the touring bikes, the Roadmaster, Indian Roadmaster. You got a lot of storage right here. You got the saddle, or the hard case saddle, and then you got the top case right here. A lot of room, and it looks pretty comfy. Look at that. Imagine just kind of sitting back and relaxing. You got the floorboards right here. I see that there's 8 of you in here. Awesome, awesome. Go ahead and hit that like button. You know, let's get this going. You know, if you can hear me pretty well, you know, write some comments. You know, ask if you guys want a question. You know, I can go inside and I can start doing that. You know, to be honest, I don't care. I'm a little embarrassed sometimes when I talk on YouTube and I'm doing this live stream stuff. Everyone's watching me, but you know what? This is for you guys. If you guys want to see these bikes, just let me know. I'm gonna go inside and check out some of the Indian Scouts and some of the, you know, there's a Polaris Slingshot, really beautiful orange and black, and then there's also one that has the hood up, so maybe I can go in there and check out the hood. Hopefully the connection doesn't get too bad to the point where you guys can't see much. But yeah, my voice is kind of like going out. It's been going out for 2.5 weeks now, so hopefully you guys can hear me pretty well. If you guys can hear me well, you know, for the new ones that are in this chat or in the live stream, go ahead and hit like, or, you know, actually comment below. See if you guys can hear me, if I'm too loud, too low. That way I can make adjustments to everything. But this right here looks like some of the people that showed up, and these are their bikes. I think there's a lot of clean bikes. Oh wow, there's an armrest on this. I think it's the Chief Vintage. Look at the armrests. Look at that. Look at all these accessories. Sound good? Oh, thank you. Awesome. Look at the accessories that you can get for these Indians is that you can have your own backrest for the rider, and then for the passenger you get these armrests. Very clean, very clean. I love the brown leather. That's something that Harley does not really do very much, so it's pretty awesome. So now we're moving to some of the used bikes. Let's go ahead and let's not worry about those. But yeah, we got some food out here. If you can tell, there's and if you guys want to ride, like I said, sign a waiver, have a helmet, have some gloves. For me personally, I'd wear absolutely everything, head to toe, all gear, all the time. It's a little warm out here, so wear some summer gear. You know, maybe some mesh or textile, something that will breathe. But then just come out here and ride. Like I said, I'm a short person, and I'm a pretty new rider back in 2015, and I was able to handle the Springfield pretty well. I keep saying Springfield, I'm sorry, the Chief Vintage very well, and the Scout even better. And it's just very fast, very fun bikes, and just a lot of fun videos that I have. But look at that thing, that's amazing. If you guys are in Tucson, come out, check it out, and buy this bike. Very powerful, accessories. So, a lot of cool things in here, certain models. So if you like the model, but then you like they shut down Victory, but they're going to be, what's the word? They're going to be honoring their warranty for the next 10 years. So don't be afraid to buy a Victory right now, especially if you plan on keeping this bike for at least, you know, around 10 years, maybe that 9-10 year mark. You go ahead and get everything fixed before they, you know, don't honor that warranty. But there's still some Victory bikes here, so you guys want to check it out, go ahead. And like I said, I'm going to come back outside, have a better connection and see everything. But this is the orange and black Slingshot. You know, it's just a car, it's not a motorcycle. It's just a fun thing to ride. I'm sure that's just what you call it. But then you got the inside right here, and I can't really squeeze by. Let me see if I squeeze by. Right. So you got the engine right here up front, very huge, and it looks very powerful. Like I said, I don't know too much about this kind of stuff. My area of expertise is in a different field of work. This is just a hobby of mine. I just love talking to you guys and bringing you guys along with me on my rides. And but like I said, my buddy Matt, he knows so much more about these because, you know, he works here and this is what he does. He loves this. This is his passion. So really cool stuff out here. But I'm gonna go ahead and head back outside. Let me Make sure I don't run into anything. Just kind of walking around. All right, here they come. They're perfect timing. They're coming back. They're coming back. So what you basically do on an event, if you've never done a demo event, is you follow the lead guy. Okay, so there's the lead guy. You kind of follow his route. So here's one of the first riders that are doing the demo event coming back in, and of course there's traffic. So I mean, some people will hit a stoplight. So there's gonna be a few more people. I think there was about 6 or 7 people that left. So they'll be coming back. And so you follow the main guy. You guys are just, riding, in a good compact, the guy in the back, there's gonna be another guy in the back, and he's gonna be kind of pushing the others to, keep up. Oh, that food smells so good. I'm sorry, I got distracted. So here, I'm gonna switch it over so you guys can see what I'm doing. So basically, follow the front, and the guy in the back will keep everyone kind of close and tighten it and kind of pick up all the stragglers. So that's the chief elite. Chieftain elite, and some more riders coming in, and then yeah, so there's more riders coming in because the guy in the back has the vest. So let's see some of these bikes. The types of people but you can pretty much do whatever you want. So what it looks like is all you really need is a helmet. Because I see some guys without any gloves. Yeah, so you just need yourself a helmet and some closed-toed shoes, and you're good to go. That's a good-looking bike. That's a Dark Horse over there. I don't remember exactly which model it is, but then we got the Chieftain Limited. No, that's the Chieftain Dark Horse. Sorry, it's the matte black versus the gloss. But Chieftain Dark Horse right there, awesome-looking bike. So if you want to check one of those out, go ahead and do that. Like I said, check out Motos with Matt, and you'll get way more information. I love this is an Indian Scout. Oh, I just love the sound of like the. I got some chest hair on that one. But guys, if you want to come out here to Indian Motorcycle Tucson, it's on Oracle. I don't know the exact address. Check it out. We're here till 4 o'clock, and then tomorrow, same thing again. I believe it's from 8 to 4 or 9 to 4. It's basically that. Just come out here and have fun. Ride every single bike. See which one you like, and if you want to buy one, buy one. But like I said, check out the links in the description. I will have a link to Motos with Matt, and then I'll have a link to his. There we go. I'll have a link to his channel. So. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys have a good time. I'm going to go ahead and film some stuff, do some walk-arounds while the bikes are still here, still hot, and I'll see you guys later. You guys have all a great day.